Hi, my name is Christina, and I am a faith based content creator. A little bit of myself, I grew up in the church. Since I was a young girl, as I can remember, my mom always took me to church, making sure we went to Bible study, children's church, youth services, youth church, and making sure that we had a strong foundation. And I always appreciate that from her because that definitely helped me along keeping my faith throughout my life. I remember growing up, we would ask like, "Oh, we don't want to go to church. We don't feel like going to church," and she would ask us the question, "Why?" And because, of course, church and God, we couldn't lie and say that we were sick. So she always made sure we attended, and we ended up going anyways. And that foundation I carried on to my college years. And even though I did get into partying, drinking, and stuff like that, and just not going to church consistently, not reading my Bible or praying consistently, I still made time to go to church. From that foundation my mom instilled in me, to making sure I went to church and got involved in some way. And after those 4 years on campus, I was able to be a volunteer teacher for the kids' Bible study, and that really sparked my faith again, going to church consistently, praying more, reading my Bible, listening to more Christian and faith-based music, and kind of watching what I watch also, because I wanted to be an example to the children. I wanted to encourage them in their faith, encourage them to go to church and pray and read the Bible. So after college, I was able to really get back into my faith journey and getting closer to God. That experience working with the kids inspired me to go into seminary so I can learn more about God, my faith, scriptures, and also spiritual practice too, to help encourage others in their faith, spiritual walk. And in addition, a few years later, I got my master in psychology, where I learned about mental health, our experiences, and how that impacts who we are. And then also mental health techniques and practices that can help better our mental health. And over the years, I realized that both spiritual health and mental health both go hand in hand, and it's important to take care of both of them. And that's what my hope is for the future, to help encourage others in their spiritual and their mental health journeys. Looking back at my experience with my faith, just realizing how God has played a major part in always keeping me close to Him and bringing me close to Him, because if it wasn't for God, I probably wouldn't be on this faith journey. I've got close to Him, where I'm spending time with Him and reading my Bible, and to points where I'm like not doing any of those and just doing my own thing, doing things in the world. But over the years, I've seen that God was with me every single step of the way, whether it was having people in my life that were encouraging me to grow closer to God, putting me in positions where I would have to grow in Him and lean on Him, and also just overall financially, and just opportunities where I get to grow as a person and also grow my faith. God has been there every single step of the way. And my faith has grown so much with Him just always being there, always being a loving and caring and merciful Father, and showing me favor. And I have had so much growth in my faith over the years that I want to encourage others to do the same. One experience in particular is when I moved down to Georgia with my family. We didn't really know how we're going to settle in, where we should do, or jobs, or anything like that. It was all very much brand new, but I thank God that He was with us the whole time. He provided a shelter, food, opportunities, jobs, and so many things to just help us settle in Georgia. And I thank God for being with us every single step of that way, because if it wasn't for God, we probably wouldn't still be living in Georgia right now. But He provided, He showed up, He had others encourage us, and because of Him, we are still here today. In this season that I'm in, it's a new journey that I'm on, and God is calling me to be obedient, have faith, to trust and rely on Him, and to remember that He's with me always. He's my supporter, my provider. He loves me dearly, and that I can have faith and trust in Him that He will come through on all my needs. that is a little bit about me and my faith journey, and I hope to be able to encourage others in their journey as we grow closer to God, reading our Bibles, praying, listening to worship music, having a strong church and faith-based community, and also to remind others that God is with us, each and every one of us. He never leaves us. He's a supporter, a provider, and a loving father who is wanting a strong relationship with us. So I pray that this has blessed you, and I pray that you continue your journey of faith and grow in God, and remember that He is always with you and He will never leave you. So I hope you have a blessed one.